Paul deserved, and it's exactly what everybody wanted, and the reaction of the crowd shows how much they felt it was deserved as well.
Yeah, I thought the crowd were brilliant today. I really did. You know, it's really difficult for me to say that we totally deserved it, because I thought they put us under a lot of pressure, especially towards the end. Probably before we got that second goal, they threw everything at us, and I thought they were a good side today. But thankfully, we got the goal. Maybe a little bit lucky from the set play, but if you keep putting balls in there, you might get a little bit of luck, and we've had that today. And then the second goal is such a relief when that goes in. Wow. And I think Terry's come on and caused absolute chaos with his pace, hasn't he? You know, him and Joe Garner. I thought the two strikers who started caused problems, did well. But then I thought the two finishers who came on in Terry and Joe, I thought they caused problems as well. And Terry with his pace is going to be a real handful. I think the base for us today was the way we defended against a side they're really effective, you know, with Bowman and with Udo. They cause problems, and Udo caused us some problems first half by dropping into the little pockets and getting turned. And it's probably fair to say we were a little bit lucky that he wasn't as positive as I think he can be, and he didn't go and face us up. But I think once we started to lock on up against them, we were a little bit better. And I think you can just feel the relief in here today, the fact that we've got that win and we've given ourselves a fighting chance, and we move on to the next one.
Those shackles came off across the stadium onto the pitch as soon as that first goal went in. It shows it doesn't matter how they go in, just get them over the line.
I know I mean, let's be honest, we haven't really had a lot of luck in the final third so far this season, and luck plays a big part in things as well. I thought first half we had some decent half chances where we didn't produce the quality that we needed to. They're taking an extra bit of care and getting that final pass in. We didn't do that particularly well first half. And then, you know, I've just said to Mox it was probably his worst corner that he took, but we had a bit of luck from it. And I'm a big believer that you have to be lucky at times, and we got that luck. We were desperate for that first goal today, really keen to get that first goal, because I do think it settled everybody down. Players, settled the supporters down. And thankfully we got it, and it's a big 3 points for us to start us off.
Yeah, again it shows the value of a good set piece. If you're doing an attacking set piece, get it right. If you're defending them, we did that well as well.
Well, we always say that know your job and do your job on set plays, and when you've got attacking set plays, it's about the delivery. Get the first bit right, get that right, and then everybody knows where the runs are supposed to be. Now, as I said, we got a bit of luck from it, but you know, sometimes if you work hard you get some luck, and we've had that today. And I thought the second goal was a really well worked goal. Terry's gone and worked them, he's gone and chased and ran in, probably a lost cause, but he's got on the end of it, rolls the ball across, and whether Alfie meant to go over it I don't really know, but it was a really cool, calm finish from Joe, and I'm delighted for everybody.
I'm going to mention it now, I hope I get this right way around. Joe Garner's 550th career appearance.
Wow.
Career goal number 149. Wow. That shows what he's about, and that's superb for the boy.
Oh no, it's brilliant for him, and you know, people are questioning me this week, has there been a fallout? But no, we have a squad of players. You know, I decided to shuffle it a little bit today in terms of who was on the bench, because we've got lads who've worked really hard all pre-season and are desperate to be involved. And you know, if we don't keep them involved, they're going to lose their heads, they're going to lose faith in it. So we shuffled it a little bit today. I didn't feel last week was right to have Joe on, and I had that discussion with him, and we didn't fall out about it. There's been no cross words, and then I felt today was right to shuffle that pack, and thankfully he came in and he did the job for us, and he got himself a nice goal.
Them two strikers that started, Maguire and Plange, they're starting to click.
Yeah, they are. I really like Luke. You know, and I thought he was a little bit tidier today in terms of retaining the ball. He's got great movement, really intelligent in the movement. He was so unlucky not to score with the one that he stretches and hits the post. Again, I think there's more to come from Luke, and you know, Sean, he's got such intelligence about him. He's a really good, experienced player. So, you know, we've got some good forward options in the building now. But I think you see from them today, from Shrewsbury, the strikers that they brought onto it, you have to have good options, and thankfully we've got good options, and it's about just picking the right ones and hoping they do the job.
Those options become even better if you get a clean sheet, keep a clean sheet, you give yourself a right chance.
Yeah, you do. I actually thought the back three were excellent in the way they defended today. I think it's probably Sam Lavell's best game today. He didn't win many, he didn't lose many headers, probably until Mata came on from them, and he caused a few issues. But I thought as a back three, I thought they defended really well. The wing backs stuck to their task. And we had to today because we were under the cosh towards the end of the game when they've got they're sticking more and more strikers on. They've gone with real forward-thinking wing backs in there, and they were just bombarding our box. Thankfully, Jock will come and took a few crosses as well. It's easy to be positive when you've won the game 2-0. We've got to build on it now. We've got to make sure we keep improving.
The important thing, Paul, is that's the first building block. That's not the first. We've got 2 points already, but that's the first building block in terms of the victory that we all wanted.
Yeah, I said to the players before the game, clear your heads. In fact, I said it this week, clear your heads of what's gone before. Let's forget about that. We can't change that now. We just have to be really positive and go and play with a bit of freedom today. And I thought after a little bit of a shaky start, we were able to get the ball down and we found some passes. I thought our two sort of forward midfielders in Mox and Gibbo got into good areas and picked good balls up. We just didn't sort of produce enough to be really effective, particularly in the first half. But I thought as the game went on, we were better on it. So it's something to build on. It's game number 6 out the way in terms of the league. We look forward to a cup game at Accrington this week, and we get ready for the next biggie next weekend.
And it's the weight off the back, isn't it, of that first 3 points that, again, we all wanted it, but to get it, that's important.
Yeah, it is important because we're all judged on football games on the pitch here, not training, not what we say, not what we do outside of the matches. We're all judged on that. And there's no doubt in my mind that everybody's been trying to do the right things in terms of the footballing players and staff. We've all tried to do the right things. It just hasn't happened for us, but not through a lack of trying. So we've just got to keep working as hard as we possibly can to try and build on what we've done today.
I think your granddaughter might be a bit delighted with things at the moment.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. So it makes for a pleasant night. We're not babysitting. We're doing grandparent duties tonight, so I'm looking forward to that.
Transfer window stuff, Paul. Thankfully, we're going to be able to cut off asking you about it, but you must be pleased with JJ. Has that given the place a lift ahead of today?
It's given me a lift to know that we've got another option in there, another forward player, and a good one as well. We had to fight really hard to get him. Thankfully, he enjoyed his time here. It's a big thing that he felt the relationship he had with the supporters was a big plus for him to come back again. And he was adamant yesterday morning when it was all hell was breaking loose. It was going back and forward, and he's saying to me, "Listen, I'm telling you, you're the only place I'm coming. I don't care whether anybody says I'm signing permanently for somebody else. I'm not. I'm coming to you, and you might have to wait till the last 2 hours." And he did keep us waiting. 10 o'clock, 5 to 10, it all got completed. But no, I think he's a good addition. We've just got to keep work with him, look after him, because he's had a bit of a troubled time in terms of his injuries and stuff. So we've just got to look after him, and I'm looking forward to getting working with him.
You mentioned last night that you were open to players going out perhaps into the non-league circuit. Are you working actively on that? Is that something you're going to wait and see?
Oh no, we're not doing anything about that. We've got a group here. If we get inquiries, we didn't try and force anybody out. I said to you last night we had a couple of inquiries for players. They didn't happen. And that's life. I'm not worried about it. I think we have to have a group of players who are going to take us through this first half of the season. I've said this week we've stepped up to a new level and we're finding it a challenge. We really are. I'm not going to hide away from it. And anybody who thought it was going to be easy is a little bit deluded, I'm afraid, because this was always going to be a big challenge. We've played against Exeter, Shrewsbury, Wigan, who've come from a higher level, Oxford. These teams are established League One sides, and we're trying to catch them. We're trying to be like them. Today we've had a bit of luck that's got us a great result, and we're delighted with it. We've also had some really good football as well. I think we've played well today. We've defended well. We've worked hard. We've created opportunities. So we've got something with this group to build on, and hopefully we can keep going.
For anybody not starting today, JJ included, they're going to have to work hard to get into the team if the lads play like that.
Yeah, well, I want everybody to understand that's the case, and I've got to sometimes you have to give a little bit of a sugar lump to players, and there's players who've come and been involved in the game today who didn't deserve to be left out of it, and everybody's got to keep pushing each other, because I think if you get the standards right Monday to Friday, then the Saturday becomes better and becomes a bit easier for the lads who are involved. So there's a lot of good things today that we can build on, and we can keep moving forward. It doesn't change the whole season, it doesn't change the fact that this is going to be a tough season, but it gives us something to hang on to.
Chance to rotate for Tuesday night?
Yeah, I mean, it won't be massive rotation, because I think when you have a good performance and a good result, you've got to try and build on that. We've got to go and try and make it 2 on the trot. We have an opportunity to bring some money into the football club by winning on Tuesday night, and I want to do that. There will be a little bit of a change around to give players games and to rest lads who've put it in today. I'll be honest with you, my whole focus was on today's game, so once I get home and I digest what's gone on, I'll then have a look at what we do Tuesday.
Last one, the fans, Paul, absolutely superb.
They were magnificent, really were. I mean, I was a little bit concerned today that we might be going down to 5,500 and 6,000. So to see we've had, I think it was over 7, somebody said to me, that is absolutely brilliant, and that's what we need. I think, we've had a real bit of momentum over the last however many months. And we've got to keep it. Everybody has to stay together, and that's not them asking them to stay with me. I'm asking them to stay with the players, to stay with the football club, because we need them to be successful. We're going to need everybody together, and they did their part today as well.